Are you a virtual assistant or freelancers that works with a team of contractors, or maybe you're thinking about starting to work with subcontractors and you're looking for the very best tools to manage them? Well, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my best tools for managing subcontractors. Hey there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Here at The Virtual Savvy, we talk all about virtual assistants, freelancing, and that work from home life. So if that's something you're interested in learning more about, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified every time I release new content. I started my freelancing business a little differently than some people may have gotten started. I actually started my business when I was 8 months pregnant with my second child. And I knew right away that I was going to have to build a team to help support the business. I was literally about to be out for a few weeks and I didn't want my brand new clients to be left hanging without me being able to really help them. Within 30 days, not only did I replace my own income, but I had built a team of 4 subcontractors to be doing the work that my clients were sending to me. So this method worked really, really well. And I luckily at that time had done a lot of research to find the tools to really make things seamless. Now, years later, I've literally helped thousands of other virtual assistants scale their businesses beyond themselves, and so many have really utilized this team mentality to grow their business beyond just themselves. So if that's you, or if that's something you're thinking about doing, I'm gonna go ahead and share with you the types of tools that you will need and some of my top recommendations for each of those categories. Let's start out with the category of project management tools. Project management is highly important if you're going to have not only multiple clients, but multiple subcontractors helping out with the client work. Now, some of my favorite tools are tools that are inexpensive and are easy to use, especially with a team. So if you're asking what my favorite project management tools are for virtual assistants and freelancers, my top 3 would have to be Asana, Basecamp, and ClickUp, with ClickUp being the winner in that category for me personally. The reason I love ClickUp is that it can pretty much do anything that you would want a project management software to do. There's so many different views. If you kind of like that Trello board type view, you can do that. There's lists, there's calendars, it has integrations. You can assign things, do time tracking, dashboards. I mean, the possibilities are endless. With that said, the possibilities are endless. Therefore, it can be a little bit more of a difficult software. So if you're not the most tech savvy, but you want to start building a team right away, you might want to start out with a software that's a little more user-friendly like Asana or Basecamp. Which brings us to our second type of tool, and that would be communication tools. Yes, you need to be communicating regularly, not only with your clients, but also with your subcontractors. I really like having one specific tool for communicating when it comes to managing a team. The reason why is if you're sending a text message and then a phone call and then a Voxer and then a Slack message, and there's lots of different ways that you're communicating, messages can get lost. So you want one seamless method to be communicating. My favorite would be Slack. I think that Slack is really, really user-friendly. You can invite other people into your Slack channel, so you literally could have a separate Slack channel for every one of your clients. You can bring your subcontractors into your Slack channels, and there's a lot of really great features that they're adding, things like being able to send voice messages inside of the Slack channel, which has been really, really useful. It also integrates well with software. So I mentioned ClickUp earlier. You can literally use Slack to integrate with ClickUp, and so you can have a Slack message that turns into a project in ClickUp just like that. So very, very user-friendly, very helpful when managing teams. I also want to mention Zoom. I love having video meetings, not only with my clients, but with subcontractors or anyone working on my team. I think that having a video touch point once a week, in my opinion, is just a really great way to communicate with your voice and with your body language and not just over text or over messaging. I think that it's just really good to get a feel for how people are really doing and kind of that cultural aspect of like, man, how are things going? And you can ask a little bit more personal questions, I believe, in a video meeting, just to make sure that your team culture is good. So that's why I like Zoom meetings. I think that having, a weekly or every other week touch point is a really good idea to do over Zoom. The next type of tool that you will need when managing subcontractors is a time tracking tool. Now, there are different ways to pay your subcontractor, but I think the easiest method, especially when you're just starting out with subcontractors, is to pay them hourly, right? And there's different videos that I have about how to pay subcontractors, about how much to pay them. But when we're talking about paying them on an hourly basis, there has to be a way to actually keep track of the hours that they are using for your business, right? So there's a couple of tools that you can use to do this. One is Toggle, one is Clockify. I really like Toggle. It's the one I just have the most experience with. And the reason why I like it is not only can you keep track of time, if you mess up and forget to turn the timer off, you can go back and edit it. You can also create reports, which I think is really great, not only for your subcontractors to be sending to you, but it's also really nice as a way to communicate with your clients what's happening if you're working on an hourly basis with them. What is your favorite tool that you use in your business currently? I would love to know in the comments. The next type of tool that you will want for managing your subcontracting team would be a invoicing and payment processor. Some popular options are PayPal and Stripe, but I actually like some third-party tools that integrate with PayPal and Stripe, such as Dubsado and Honeybook. I think that these are really great tools, not only for onboarding, for contract management, but for invoicing as well. They're kind of these all-in-one systems that I recommend any freelancer, virtual assistant check out. Just try each one of them. Both of them have some type of free trial that you can test out the software and see what works best for you. I really recommend, if you're going to be keeping track of your invoices, if you're going to be reaching out if a client doesn't pay, a lot of that is built in automatically with tools like Dubsado and Honeybook, which I think is a real advantage to business owners. All right, and the last type of tool would be file sharing and storage tools. When working with multiple subcontractors, you need one central place that you are keeping all of your files and documents. And top of my list would have to be Google Drive for this. We have a shared drive on our team that everyone has access to, and then they can dump any files that they're working on. Yes, you might have to end up paying for an upgraded Google Drive storage if you're sharing lots and lots of files or storing lots and lots of files, but it's definitely worth it to keep things organized in one seamless place. It's also really easy to give clients access to just certain files or certain folders, but restrict access to other things. So top of my list for file storage and sharing would definitely have to be Google Drive. All right, that's it. These are some of the best tools that you can use if you are building a team of subcontractors for your virtual assistant or freelancing business. These are tools and resources that you can use in order to streamline your efforts, in order to keep communication going within your team, and to build your own profitable business. Now, if you are interested in scaling a business, whether it's the use of subcontractors or developing a really high-end agency or a high-end service that you're going to charge lots of money for, I would recommend checking out Savvy Circle. Savvy Circle is our intensive program, the 12-month program for service providers to scale their businesses to 10K months and beyond. If you haven't already checked out Savvy Circle, make sure you look at the link below this video. There's information on there on how you can apply to see if it's a good fit for you. All right, thanks again for watching. Make sure you let me know in the comments which tool you are most excited to try out, and I'll see you in my next video. And you know what we like to do at the end of these videos? We beatbox it out. Virtual assistants, fools. You're not a fool. You're cool. You're great.